morning.
Morning.
Has anyone been to Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever watched the movie Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
You may be wondering what a national memorial and a movie have in common. Well, the most visited tourist attraction in South Dakota is Mount Rushmore, while the top tourist attraction in Iowa is the Field of Dreams film site. Mount Rushmore National Memorial is in the Black Hills. According to Google Maps, we are 296.9 miles away, or because we're in the Midwest and only measure distance with time, about 4 hours and 6 minutes away. Mount Rushmore has the faces of Roosevelt, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Washington. Each president was carefully selected to symbolize the key points of American history. Roosevelt for its development, Jefferson for its expansion, Lincoln for its preservation, and Washington for the nation's founding in 1776. Rushmore started to be planned in 1925 and was completed in 1941. The original plan was to sculpt their heads all the way down to the waist, but due to funding, construction stopped just at the heads. Over 2 million people visit Mount Rushmore a year, making it one of the most visited sites in the United States. When I lived overseas and I was trying to explain to people where my parents were from, hardly anyone knew what South Dakota was. But when I started describing the mountain with the president's faces carved into it, that's when people started having more of an idea of what I was talking about. A sculptor named Gutzon Borglum was paid to create the memorial to promote tourism and bring it to the northern part of the country. Nearly 400 men and women assisted in building Mount Rushmore, earning only $8 a day. The work was extremely dangerous, as about 90% of the granite was carved using dynamite. But in the 14 years of construction, not one person died. The monument was officially opened to the public July 4th, 1930, before it was even completed. But in 1941, after it was finished, it became a major attraction. Field of Dreams is a 1989 film produced by Phil Robinson, starring Kevin Costner, Amy Madigan, and Gabby Hoffman. The film is about an Iowa farmer who was inspired by a voice he continued to hear to convert his ordinary cornfield to a baseball field, where ghosts of former baseball players can come to play another game. This attraction is most popular with baseball fans along with blockbuster movie fans. About 100,000 visitors visit this iconic site a year, a fraction compared to Mount Rushmore, but it still managed to earn itself a spot on Iowa's top tourism spots. The movie is based off the book Shoeless Joe by the Canadian author W.P. Kinsella. The book is an expansion of a short story, Shoeless Joe Jackson Comes to Iowa. The field is in Dyersville, Iowa, which honestly is in the middle of nowhere. Dyersville has a population of only 4,000 people. It's located in the northeast part of Iowa, so closer to Wisconsin than South Dakota. In 1990, the population was 3,700 people. So the growth rate is low, about 1%. The Field of Dreams site is the main thing keeping Dyersville, Iowa afloat and keeping the families above the poverty line. This movie is rated an 8 out of 10, so if you haven't seen it, about 80% of its viewers recommend that you do. Although Dyersville was the main site of filming, this is not the only site, but it is the only one that received any fame. Several locations in Iowa were used, but there was also filming in Boston, Massachusetts, along with Illinois. This film is considered one of Kevin Costner's greatest hits and is thought of as a classic by many, but it has not yet received a single award. In conclusion, both Mount Rushmore and the Field of Dreams are wonderful places to visit. Each site are important to American culture in very different ways. Mount Rushmore is famously visited as it shows off American history and its pride. It's known as a very important historical site in the United States. The Field of Dreams site is widely visited as it's a remarkable movie showcasing America's pastime. with a theme reminding viewers to dream big and know everything is possible. And that's why Mount Rushmore is the most visited site in South Dakota, while our neighboring state, Iowa, has the movie site.